Indianapolis is experiencing the worst drought we have ever seen, and it's taking its toll on our trees. In record numbers, trees are becoming stressed. Many are experiencing a loss of leaves and branches. Some trees have even died. With the extreme temperatures and lack of rain that we've seen this year, it's really hard to say for sure how many trees we may lose before this breaks. Our tree canopy may look much different next year, as it may not be until the next few years before we know whether some of our trees will be gone for good. Until then, the most important thing you can do is water your trees. As hot and dry as it has been, there's no doubt that if you have a tree in your yard, it's under drought stress. The most important thing you can do is to water, either with a garden hose, a bucket, or a soaker hose. A simple way to determine how much water to use is by using a long screwdriver to test the dryness of the soil. Simply insert the screwdriver into the ground. If the ground is dry, you will not be able to insert the screwdriver. If the ground is wet, you will. If you can't get the screwdriver into the soil at least 6 to 8 inches easily, then you know it's time to water. Turn your faucet on high. Let the water flow until it begins to run off. That's a good indicator that the ground is no longer absorbing the water. Then you lower the flow. Be sure to periodically check the hose. You want to monitor and you want to be mindful of how much water you're actually putting out, and that the drip line, the area under the entire canopy of the tree, is being watered. You want to start close to the trunk and you want to work your way out until you've covered the entire area, out to the very tips of the outermost branches. You want to conduct that screwdriver test every 30 minutes until you get at least 6 to 8 inches into the soil. You want the water to soak about that far into the soil. Once you can get the screwdriver to slide easily into the ground, it's time to move the hose, and you repeat these steps in a different spot under the entire canopy of the tree. Repeat this process every week during a severe drought. Don't forget to use your screwdriver to see if you need to re-water. If it's especially dry, you may want to water twice a week. For young trees, those trees planted within the last 5 years, a 5-gallon bucket is best for watering. At least once a week, fill up that 5-gallon bucket with water and pour it on your tree 3 times. Slowly pour the water around the base of your tree. Repeat this process every week, or maybe even twice during a severe drought. Don't forget to use the screwdriver to see if you need to re-water. Encircle your tree with a soaker hose. You can connect several soaker hoses together if you need to cover a large area under larger trees. And of course, make sure that you follow the directions that come with your soaker hose. Generally, soaker hoses take about 4 hours to put out an inch of water, which is about how much a mature tree needs every week during a drought. Start near the trunk of the tree and you work your way out, making sure all the ground under the drip line has at least an inch of water. Repeat this process every week during a severe drought. Don't forget to use a screwdriver to see if you need to re-water. Another important thing to ensure the survivability of our trees is to mulch them. Mulching will control weeds, it'll keep the soil warmer in the winter and cooler in the summer. Mulch reduces the likelihood of damage from string trimmers, lawn mowers, and most importantly, it maintains soil moisture. To get started, be sure to maintain a ring of mulch around the tree, the wider the better. Wood chips are best and will actually help fertilize your tree as it decomposes. 1 to 3 inches of mulch is sufficient, and the mulch should never touch the bark of the tree. Mulch touching the bark of the tree will invite moisture and insects into the bark that's going to result in decay and could potentially lead to the death of your tree. We call this volcano mulching. The mulch should be in the shape of a donut around the tree, which will enable you to water your tree without the water running outside the drip line of the tree. Be sure to check your tree each year and add mulch in that original donut shape if the mulch is decomposed. This is going to help your tree maintain much needed moisture. We all know that trees are important. They boost our property values, they provide shade for our homes, and they reduce our utility bills. They help clean our air and our water, and they make our city a better place to live, work, and play. Extremely hot and dry conditions will quickly zap the life out of our trees, especially those that are newly planted. This drought has been relentless, and its effects unprecedented to young and mature trees. The most important thing you can do for your trees right now is to water them weekly. It's a small price to pay for the benefits that they provide us.